Hey everybody, welcome back to the box office. Today we have a special episode to kick off the summer blockbuster season with the mother of all comic book movies, The Avengers.
But before Marvel dominated the theaters, it dominated places like this. Today we're here at Galaxy of Comics in Van Nuys, California to celebrate some of the greatest characters to grace both the silver screen and the colored pages.
You threaten my world with war. You might not be glad that you did.
What have I to fear?
Let's do a head count. A couple of master assassins, the demigod, a super soldier, and you've managed to piss off every single one of us.
I have an army.
We have a Hulk.
You really needed to have seen about 5 other movies before getting to this one.
Yeah, he's right. Both Iron Man, Captain America, Incredible Hulk, and Thor. Basically, all the Marvel films from the past 4 years or so.
Let's save the X-Men.
You're right. Save the X-Men, everyone. Come on, we gotta get together and save them.
Seriously, Marvel, get them back. Bosses know what they're doing.
Don't you know who I am? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
What they're doing. Get 'em back.
Yes, yeah. Segue, The Avengers.
Now, Loki, the villain from Thor, arrives on Earth with demolition in mind, and he steals a Rubik's Cube full of unlimited power.
He steals the Tesseract.
Tesseract, Rubik's Cube, Allspark, whatever.
Now, his idea is to use it to open another portal into space and bring in this alien army he's got waiting in the wings.
Now, Tom Hiddleston played Loki and was actually okay this time. Like, he didn't bother me like he did in Thor.
No, he was good in both of them. He's good as Loki. He's just...
What have I to fear?
The Avengers. That's what we call ourselves. Sort of like a team. Earth's mightiest heroes type thing.
Yes, I've met them.
He's just good. He's a good
No,
actor.
actually, everything about Thor was bad.
No.
It's the weakest of the Marvel films.
No,
Thor's
one of the best. I loved Thor.
No, he's not. Loki is
great.
awful.
He's great in both. I mean, look at him in the Avengers. Right now, he's got an alien army, just standing by, waiting for his word.
Well, I can think of a couple people who may have a problem with that.
Yeah.
So, the bulk of this film is getting to know the team, not individuals, because we met them individually already, but rather how they work together, class of egos and such.
Initially, this does not go well.
Let's start with Robert Downey Jr. Now, 5 years ago, I think he sobered up long enough to realize that he was Robert Downey Jr. and has now acted accordingly.
Yes. Tony Stark in The Avengers is about, I'd say, 3 times funnier than any Tony Stark you've ever seen.
Swear to God, Joss Whedon is famous for writing snappy, snarky dialogue. So who better to write for?
Genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
Chris Evans returns for being a capsicle, gets a new uniform and a new enemy, but he's definitely the most serious of the bunch.
You're here with a mission, sir? Trying to get me back in the world?
Trying to save it.
But that's probably because, like, 2 weeks ago to him, he was fighting Nazis, and now, 70 years later, he's fighting aliens that are invading.
Yeah.
Poor guy needs a break.
You ready for another bout?
What, you getting sleepy?
Speaking of breaking, the Hulk.
Mark Ruffalo was great, and every scene he was in was fun.
Yeah, I mean, I loved Ed Norton, but he was, I guess, too controlled, I suppose.
Seriously, when Ed played Banner, like, you never got a sense there was a problem arising until he hulked out.
Yeah, absolutely. With Mark Ruffalo, you can see him trying to contain the beast the whole time. But, Hulk still leaks through here and there, which is really good.
Your work is unparalleled, and I'm a huge fan of the way you lose control and turn into an enormous green rage monster.
Thanks.
So, the God of Thunder, on the other hand, is an absolute picture of self-control.
Chris Hemsworth was great, but I loved him in Thor, and seeing him return was just fun as hell, man.
He's a great example of a Whedon screenwriter. Let me tell you why. The biggest issue I had with Thor, and there are lots, was the dialogue.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another!
Now, in the Avengers, the dialogue was standard, and the jokes they made were both funny and done well.
Very true,
Thank
very true.
God.
Then we have all of our friends over at the Strategic Homeland Intervention.
Shield. Our friends at Shield.
Fair enough. Jeremy Renner is Hawkeye. Really cool, leather-wearing Robin Hood, I guess. Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson's so hot. I mean, Black Widow. Super
Widow,
spy,
yes.
killer instinct, great legs. Moves. Great moves, handy with the gun.
Moves, yes.
This is nothing we were ever trained for.
And when is Samuel L. Jackson not a badass?
Oh, always a badass.
Pulp Fiction?
Badass.
Star Wars?
Badass.
Nick Fury?
Did I mention he's a badass?
Badass.
I'm doing it.
All these guys in one room, however, isn't really a recipe for instant camaraderie.
Gentlemen, what are you prepared to do?
No offense, but I don't play well with others.
Big man in a suit of armor. Take that away, what are you?
No, but when things start to go south, the world's greatest heroes come together, stop bickering like children, suit up, and save the day.
Guys, truly, the real hero of this is Joss Whedon.
Seriously, the man's a fanboy. Down to his soul, he's a nerd, plain and simple.
I mean, his insight into both the film industry and comics is what made this movie great.
And great it was.
I mean, I give Iron Man, the first one, all the credit for starting Marvel on this path.
But seriously, Whedon gets all the credit for securing its future.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Power at 400% capacity.
How about that?
So, the bottom line.
Full price.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, without a second thought, full price.
Do it.
I'm gonna tell you
Do
this.
it.
We're unbiased,
3D.
but you know, this movie's
I'm telling you,
fantastic.
3D,
IMAX,
IMAX,
absolutely.
drive-in, do whatever you have to do. See this movie. It's awesome.
By the time you've seen this, I've already seen it 3 times.
Definitely, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so that rounds out this episode of The Box Office.
For the full review of just how awesome The Avengers was, please check out the blog on our website.
Don't forget, questions, comments, concerns, talk to us, guys. We love you guys. Talk to us. Emails always open. Read them all the time. Do it.
Absolutely. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like
it.
our Facebook, all that jazz.
And next week, we are reviewing Johnny Depp and Tim Burton's new Dark Shadows.
That's right. It's vampires. I think?
Vampires,
we get some
more vampires, but they're not sparkly this time.
So,
they actually have fangs.
We'll
This
get to
will
see.
be good.
We'll get to see if Tim Burton can still make Gothic funny.
We'll see. Until next time, guys. See you at the theater.
Hear me, future dweller. What is the year?
1972.
1972. My beloved Collinwood.
The Collins family.
Who the hell is this?
I'm a vampire, madam.
Yeah.
He's not staying with us forever, is he? I like him.
That was a regrettable turn of events.
Are you stoned or something?
They tried stoning me, my dear. It did not work.